How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. Chosen One, God used you to defeat a narcissist. That's the title of this video. In the journey of life, we all face different challenges, some of which test our strength and resilience in ways we never imagined. Among these trials, one of the most difficult is encountering a narcissist. That is, someone whose world revolves solely around their own needs and desires, someone who lacks empathy, someone who is self-centered, selfish, egocentric, egotistic individuals, someone who uses then discards others, someone who prioritizes their needs. It's always about them, them, them. It's about I with a narcissist. Now, as a God-chosen vessel, as the chosen one, you are destined to face this trial not for destruction, but for victory. Through divine strength, you, as a chosen one, were equipped to overcome the toxic influence of a narcissist and emerge victorious. It is important to understand that dealing with a narcissist is not a simple matter of personalities clashing. Narcissism is a deep-rooted personality disorder that distorts the reality of relationships, making them one-sided, manipulative, and emotionally draining. For anyone walking through life, this can feel like an overwhelming storm. Yet, you as the chosen one, God has set you apart, providing you with the armor needed to confront such adversity with wisdom, discernment, and grace. The narcissist's presence can sometimes feel suffocating, their words cutting deeply into your self-esteem. They thrive on control, these narcissists. They thrive on manipulation and the power to maintain their image. However, you as the chosen one, you are never meant to stay bound in this web of deceit. God saw your potential and chose you not only for survival, but to serve as a beacon of truth, light, and transformation for others in similar struggles. You might have been unaware of your divine calling at first. The narcissist may have tried to confuse you, to make you question your worth, or to distort your perception of reality. But there was a greater purpose at play. God was using this moment as a refining process, preparing you for something bigger. Every insult, every manipulation, every attempt to diminish your worth was in fact strengthening your resolve and sharpening your character. It was never easy. You encountered emotional battles that left you weary. Yet each time you felt like giving up, God was beside you, providing a sense of peace that surpasses all understanding. His quiet guidance whispered to your heart, showing you that you had the strength to stand firm and the wisdom to walk away from toxic situations when necessary. In moments of doubt, when you questioned whether you could handle the onslaught of narcissistic behavior, God reminded you of your worth. He did not create you to be trampled upon or manipulated. He created you with a purpose, a higher calling to rise above adversity and use the lessons learned to help others facing similar battles. The narcissist may have seen themselves as the center of the universe, but you, as God's chosen, you are the one equipped to expose their lies and break the hold they had over your life. The truth of your identity in Christ was your greatest weapon, for you no longer saw yourself through the narcissist's distorted lens, but through the eyes of God, who saw you as his beloved child, worthy of love, respect, and peace. Every time the narcissist tried to draw you into their world of chaos, you remember that you are not of this world. You are a child of God, called to bring light into the darkness. The narcissist thrived on chaos and confusion, but you, through God's strength, you learned how to create boundaries, establish your worth, and walk away when necessary. When the narcissist tried to gaslight you, turning truth into a distortion, God provided clarity. Through prayer, through quiet moments of reflection, you began to discern what was real and what was false. You found the courage to stand in your truth, no matter how hard it was to resist the pull of their manipulations. As you continued to grow in wisdom and understanding, you began to see the narcissist's behavior for what it truly was, a cry for help, masked by arrogance and pride. But you were no longer fooled by their facade. God had given you the strength to see beyond their mask, to understand that their need for control came from deep insecurity and fear. Your victory over the narcissist wasn't just about exposing their lies or breaking free from their control. It was about reclaiming your own peace, joy, and identity. God used you not just to defeat a person, but to defeat the spirit of narcissism that seeks to control and destroy from within. You became a warrior, not with weapons, but with the armor of faith, love, and truth. The process was painful, but it was necessary for your growth. Through every confrontation, you learned more about your own strength and resilience. Every time you overcame a challenge, you grew more confident in your ability to face life's storms. You're being refined for a purpose greater than yourself, and God was preparing you for the work He had called you to do. The narcissist may have thought they had the upper hand, but in reality, it was your unwavering trust in God that made you the true victor. When you placed your faith in Him, you allowed His power to work through you, turning your weaknesses into strengths. Your prayers became a fortress and your faith a shield against the attacks of the enemy. When you chose to walk away from the narcissist's toxic influence, you did so not out of weakness, but out of strength. It took courage to step away from the manipulation and control, but in doing so, you are declaring that your peace and well-being were more important than any relationship or external validation. Your worth was never tied to their approval. God didn't just use you to defeat the narcissist in your life. He used your experience to help others. The lessons you learned, the battles you fought, and the victory you achieved became a testimony of God's power to heal, restore, and set free. Your story became a beacon of hope for others trapped in the grip of narcissism, showing them that there is a way out, and it starts with placing trust in God. As you reflect on your journey, you realize that it wasn't just the narcissist that was defeated. It was the lies that they had convinced you to believe. You broke free from the false narrative that you were unworthy, weak, or incapable. Through God's grace, you reclaimed your identity, and in doing so, you found your true purpose. The process of defeating the narcissist was not a one-time event, but a journey of ongoing healing. Every step you took brought you closer to the person God had intended for you to be, strong, wise, and grounded in His love. You learned that healing is not just about breaking free from toxic relationships, but about restoring the soul and trusting God with your future. In the end, the narcissist may have continued on their path of self-destruction, but you found peace. You had learned the power of setting boundaries, walking in your truth, and relying on God for guidance. The victory was not in the defeat of another person, but in the victory over the lies, the hurt, and the fear that once held you captive. As the chosen one, you discovered a deep understanding of your own worth. You realized that God had never abandoned you, even in your darkest moments. He was with you every step of the way, using the narcissist to bring you closer to Him and to your true self. Through this trial, you are made stronger, more compassionate, and more aware of the power of God's love in your life. Today, you stand victorious, not because you fought alone, but because God was always by your side. He used you, His chosen one, to defeat the spirit of narcissism and to rise above the challenges that were meant to destroy you. You are a testimony of God's faithfulness, strength, and ability to transform even the most difficult circumstances into a story of redemption and victory. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Thank you.